Hello everyone, welcome to Learning Python. So first we'll open our book. We'll go to our session. So we have covered up to 3.4. So today we'll start working with the data frame. In one of the earlier session we discussed how we can use dictionary where index can be as a string also. So you can define, let's say, rainfall, city name, or the name, or the age, or any variable typically we use can be defined as data frame, as a dictionary. So we'll go a little more into data frame. Start with data frame and see how it's very commonly used. See, in many domain we get our data in the CSV format, comma separated value format. So when we read it, and typically, there are rows and columns. If we take the terminology we use in XLS kind of system, so each column is some variable. It is different variable, and each row is some data entry. So we'll start with data frame, and we'll see how we can deal with such kind of data system. So like NumPy is very popular library to deal with basic arrays and this things with this. Um, so similarly, the pandas is very important for dealing with the data frame, for dealing with the time series, and very commonly used library nowadays. So we'll import pandas as PD. So if you are not using data frame, let's say we can define the name of three cities: Bangalore, Delhi, Bangalore, Kolkata, and the corresponding rainfall. So it means for Delhi rainfall is 0, Bangalore 5, and Kolkata 10. Of course, easily, let's say you need rainfall for Kolkata, like we discussed in the dictionary section. You can figure out for Kolkata index is 2. We start with 0, first and second. So we can figure out the rainfall for second indices at 10, and we can easily print. What we do in data frame, so we are defining data as dictionary. So names, you know, and the rainfall. So in the name we can define some name we can define, it doesn't have to be a number. So we can define directly names here, and here we can define our rainfall. So you can see in the data frame names of the cities are given and corresponding rainfall is given. But so far it looks very similar what we were doing in dictionary. So what is the need of the the data frame? So we'll go slightly more into it, and we can see how it benefits. So let's say we try to take data over second and third row. So we know indices are 1 and 2. So it's defined with the location or the LOC method. So we define LOC, and we say we need data over first and second row. So you can see the name of the Bangalore and Kolkata. So you see slightly more advantage we are getting over the dictionary we were having. We can change the any number of the row, and then we can get the data. Now how do we index in the data frame? Earlier we had the name of the city. We have given like Delhi, Bangalore, Kolkata. We can define our index also. It can be let's say in the classroom we have the roll number. For station it might be some station ID or grid ID. So whatever we have, or sometime it can be simply a date or city name, whatever we have the freedom to choose which variable we want to use as the index, not only as the row number, second and third, which is very difficult to remember for which it computes, or you can write few more extra lines of code to do that. So here we are defining index first, second, and third, and we can print. So you may see earlier we were having the row number first and second, you can see here 0, 1, 2. Now instead of row number, our data frame is printing the indices, and now we can access any variable with the help of the index. So it's telling first entry is name is Delhi, name of the city, and for Delhi rainfall is 0. So it becomes very convenient to use. This was very introductory example. When we really read some CSV file with the help of data frame, we'll go into it and we'll see what all we can do with the help of data frame. It becomes when we have the time series object, times are there, how to aggregate, get the maximum value. Now typical example we have, let's say in rainfall data is how to convert daily rainfall into monthly rainfall, how to figure out the maximum daily rainfall in a year. So many things are there which can be very easily done in the how to convert, let's say, daily data into weekly data, can be conveniently done in the data frame with the time series things. So thank you. See you in the next session.